It has been 4 years since Grammy-winning singer-songwriter John Mellencamp's last album. Now he's out with some new music that's being called some of his very best work. It's on his 22nd album that's called Plain Spoken. We're going to talk to John about that. But first, we asked you, before the break, which one of these has John not done? Released a book of paintings, written a musical with Stephen King, owned a restaurant, or graduated with a degree in broadcasting. 36% of you think John does not have a degree in broadcasting. That was the #1 choice. John Mellencamp, good to see you this morning, sir. What's the answer? Which one of those have you not done?
I've never owned a restaurant.
Never owned a restaurant?
No.
But you've got a degree in broadcasting.
Yes, I do.
You went another direction with it, didn't you?
The first job I had when I got out of school was in sales. I lasted one day. I was only like, 21, 20 something, and I can't sell anything. That's what I found out. And then, I thought I would do what you were doing or be on the radio or something. But I got a job in sales, and so I couldn't do it. So I just said, okay, I'm going back to music.
You're pretty good at selling albums. I'll give you that one. They're not doing too bad in that department, including this latest one. You've called it music for grown-ups, and I think you said not for jazzercise. What did you mean by that exactly?
Well, it's not the kind of record you put on and want to work out to.
Right.
I think that you have to make records age appropriate, and so I try to write about things that would interest people my age. And try not to write about the typical rock things anymore. Try to take a lead from Tennessee Williams or John Steinbeck. What did these guys write about? The American experience. And so that's what I think that's on this record.
And yet when you hit the road and go back out on tour again in January, they want to hear your hits, right? They want to hear Jack and Diane. You still love singing all those songs too?
Well, I don't do all of them, but I always try to rearrange the songs in the fashion of the record that just came out. So I will, I'll play those songs, but the audience might go, "What's he playing?" "Oh, I get it." And so what happens is you challenge the guys in the band, you challenge yourself, and you challenge the audience, and it makes it more of an interesting thing when everybody comes together, I think.
Speaking of Jack and Diane, I read something that I didn't know until just now. This was originally not a ditty about two American kids growing up in the heartland. What was it originally?
No, it was a ditty about two American kids growing up in the heartland, but Jack was, it was about an interracial relationship between two young people in 1980. Is when I wrote that song. So it was a different time, and I was convinced through much arguing with the record company. I didn't want to change it. I said, no, this is what it's about. But then, at the last minute, I said, okay, he's a football star.
Well, I know your fans can't wait to hear you sing that and all your new stuff too when you hit the road. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for the concert you gave us a little bit earlier.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, John. Good to see you.
Thank you.